Okay, this is our condensing unit. It's about 2 years old. It was manufactured about 2 years ago. This is a 1-year warranty. It's been in use for a little over a year, no doubt. It's a 4-ton system. It's a heat pump system. A heat pump is like an air conditioner that operates in reverse. So there's no such thing as cold. Okay, we only have one thermometer. It tells us how much heat. If it's 30 degrees, it feels cold. If it's 90 degrees, it feels hot. Those are sensations that reflect the temperature and humidity and other conditions, but there is no such thing as cold. There's only absolute zero, absolute absence of heat. So here we are, and this is our condensing unit. It's a 4-ton system. It's a heat pump. What a heat pump does is, like a refrigerator, like an air conditioner, is the coils inside extract the heat, rake the heat out of the air, bring it out here, and it's discharged. Then the refrigerant with less heat in it ends up back at the evaporator coil, and being back at the evaporator coil, then the air is drug across it and it rakes more heat out of the air, and it comes out and it comes out and it comes out. This is actually moving heat. It's not changing your air, giving you new air or anything like that. It's only moving heat. Well, a heat pump is a heat pump in reverse. If it's 40 degrees outside, there's 40 degrees of heat. So in the winter time, this thing will run in reverse and it will rake the heat, the available heat that's out of the air, and import it into the house. Hot goes to less hot, so when the cooler air in the house is raked over the coils for the heating mode, the coils are warmer, it warms the air up, heat goes to cold, and then it comes back out here as a cooler refrigerant, and then the cooler refrigerant rakes some more heat and brings it back in. So that's a heat pump. It's kind of like an air conditioner with a reverse. Now, that description is going to make an air conditioning technician sick. But that is the most basic, simple explanation. We've got the right kind of insulation on our refrigerant piping. We've got the right type of Schrader valve caps. Look that up in the dictionary. Refrigerant service port access caps. Okay, those are anti-theft caps. Those are the right types of caps. So that's fine. Our disconnect is over to the side. That's fine. Okay. So what's wrong? We got to come up with something that's wrong. Well, you don't have to come up with something that's wrong. But this unit should be a minimum of 12 inches away from the building. Of course, that would put you over on your neighbor's property. But these coils are designed, the manufacturer, you can look up Linux and see how they and see where the design. And you can find it online. You can find it online and see just how far it's supposed to be from the building. You'll find out it's supposed to be 12 inches from the building is what you'll find out. So it's also properly fused. It's a 40 amp fuse. It's a 4-ton system. Another thing to take note of, and there's nothing technically wrong with this, that this system is designed to operate on it does operate. This is a 410A refrigerant system. 410A no longer manufactured in the United States. 410A no longer imported in the United States legally. So do they have stockpiles of it? They do have stockpiles of it. You can get it serviced. Now, having said that, as the stockpiles diminish, the cost of servicing this is going to go up. Another thing to note is they'll always make a fan, but this reversing valve in here and all that piping, they don't make that anymore. The compressor, some people call this whole unit the compressor, they no longer make that anymore. So a warranty might involve changing out the system if it fails. Here's the catcher. Within 60-90 days, depending on the manufacturer, I think, but this equipment was supposed to be made, this equipment, this condensing unit right here, the evaporator coil inside, the heater inside, the other half of the system, or the heat pump system inside, all this stuff is supposed to be sent off to the manufacturer so that they can compare the data they can make sure that this system is matched well enough to meet their extended warranty. If this stuff wasn't registered within 90 days, the builder hasn't given you a certificate of registration within 90 days, all you have is the 1-2 year warranty that the air conditioning company gave you. And the air conditioning company's warranty is going to be for labor, not for parts. And you don't have the extended warranty. I have air conditioning friends tell me that they do thousands upon thousands of dollars a year of air conditioning repair work for people that should have been covered under warranty, but it was not. And the consumer had to pick up the price, had to pick up the tab, had to pay the bill because it wasn't registered. So this should have been registered. You should have the paperwork for that. You should also be aware that it's a 410A system, so maintenance is imperative. You want this stuff to last as long as it can. There's no sense in getting rid of it if it works, but you want it to last because replacing this might be a bigger chore than you can imagine.